Good morning, friends. In the last lectures, we completed the principle of stresses. So that's why, under unit seconds, today I starting strain energy. This is small chapter, strain energy. So when in an elastic body, when a body made of elastic material is loaded within its elastic limit, some energy is stored in material in it and this energy is called as strain energy or resilience. So that's why in the within means when the any body which is made up of the elastic materials, so when this is loaded within elastic limit, what may be the energy stored in that body, that energy stores are called as strain energy of that materials or that body. But here's the energy, the amount of the load which is to be applied on the materials, so that should be within elastic limits. So that's why, and here's if maximum amount of energy stored in a body or material are called as group resilience. So this is group resilience and this is the resilience or strain energy. So multiple choice questions may be asked. So that's why now we'll see strain energy. Stored in a body due to gradually applied load. So here are three types of the loads. One is the gradually applied loads, second is the suddenly applied load, and third is the impact load. So gradually applied load means continuously, so at constant value or increments. Suppose 100 kilo newtons weight is to be applied and we are applying 2 kilonewtons for every second, 2 kilonewtons after second, 2, 4, 6. So such type of the loadings are called as gradually applied load. And if suddenly applied loads means you can take example of the suddenly applied loads. Take example of the electric hoist or cranes. And suppose we are lowering the loads and that loads which is comes near to the contact above the earth surface, and if the wire rope broken. So because of the broken up of the wire rope, so what may be the load that suddenly dropped on the earth surface, and that distance is between the load and that earth surface is very small. So such type of the loadings are called means suddenly applied load. Means before that touch up of the loads means that weight there is no any load, and that is suddenly applied loads. So that is called suddenly applied load. Gradually applied load means, so examples, suppose we are increasing this load continuously, and this is, so this is the, actually this is the suddenly, and impact load means such type of the, from the virtue of the height, that is fallen above the loads. Suppose P is the amount of gradually applied load, gradually applied load, and A is the area of cross sections, L is the length above the bar, length above the bar, delta L change in length, V volume of the bar, volume of the bar. Next, Young's modulus, E is Young's modulus, U strain energy, and lastly stress produced, sigma is the stress produced in the bar. Suppose this is gradually applied load. So this is, P is the gradually applied load, and this is delta L, change in length delta L. So that's why strain energy equal to work done, or area under area load deformation diagram, area load deformation diagram. So that's why strain energy equal to U, and this is gradually applied load. So that's why here this is half P into delta L. So this is half P, delta L equal to, as you know, PL divided by AE. So this is, you can write PL divided by AE. So this is half P into stress. So this is ratio is nothing but divided by E. Strain energy. Or so here's, so you can consider this is same, P divided by A, L divided by, against here's E multiplied by A divided by AE. So here's double P, and this is A square. So that's why half into sigma A square, and this is AL divided by E. So that's why AL, this is nothing but volume. So sigma square divided by 2E into volumes. So this is strain energy for gradually applied load. So this formula is important. Strain energy equal to sigma square 2E divided by V. So this is for gradually applied load, for suddenly applied load, and for only stress this is different. So that's why we will study stress. Or load. So before that we studied a resilience, amount of the energy stored in a body, that is called strain energy or resilience, and maximum amount of the energy stored in a body, this is within elastic limit, that is called proof resilience, and this is modulus of resilience means the strain energy per unit volumes. Proof resilience per unit volume are called as modulus of resilience. This is modulus of resilience. Definitions may be asked during the examinations of the multiple choice questions. So that's why proof resilience equal to, because modulus of or this proof resilience divided by volumes. So proof resilience equal to sigma square divided by 2E multiplied by volume divided by this volume. So this volume will get cancelled, and this is equal to sigma square divided by 2E. So this is modulus of resilience. Now next we'll see stress due to gradually applied load. First bit, stress due to gradually applied load. So first we'll see stress due to gradually applied loads. Here's figure for gradually applied loads. This is P and this is delta L. So that's why here's strain energy equal to work done. So that's why U equal to half into P into delta L. So strain energy equal to, what is formula? Sigma square divided by 2E multiplied by V equal to half into P, and this is sigma divided by L into E, because delta L equal to PL divided by AE. So this P divided by A is nothing but stress. So this will get cancels, or sigma square divided by 2E multiplied by V equal to half into This 2 will get cancelled. E will get cancelled. Sigma square 1 sigma, this will get cancelled. And otherwise this is AL half into, so this will get cancelled, this is also cancelled, this is cancelled. So sigma equal to P divided by A, stress equal to for gradually applied load. Now for beat stress due to suddenly applied load. So suddenly applied load means you are lowering the weights, and that is the suppose this is broken means suddenly. So this is such type of the loads are called suddenly applied load. For suddenly applied load graph, load versus deformations, so you will get such type of the graph. So that's why strain energy equal to work done, or equal to means area of load and deformation diagram. So this area of the load deformation diagrams, previously this is triangular, so that's why half, because this is triangular, area equal to half into P multiplied by delta L. So in this case, now this is P and this is delta L. So that's why strain energy equal to P into, this is delta L, and strain energy equal to, we know, sigma square divided by 2E into V, and this is stress L divided by E. Now sigma squares multiplied by V means this is nothing but AL equal to divided by E. So this one sigma square will get cancelled, L will get cancelled, E will get cancels. So sigma equal to, you got 2P times. So that's why suddenly applied loads, stress in suddenly applied load is 2 times greater than gradually applied load, because this P by A is nothing but gradually applied load. So this is 2 multiplied by gradually, and this is sigma, this is suddenly. So this is the only difference. Now third type of the loads is due to impact load. So impact load means suppose this is a bar and this is within, so this is end is the collars and this is another weight, and this distance is the this distance is the H.
So because of the, now this is collar, sorry, this is load and this is collar. So because of the apply of the this loads, so this may be shifted likewise. Load may be shifted. So that's why, and this is H, this is total L, this is equal to L, and this distance equal to delta L. So in this case, now strain energy equal to work done. So work done equal to P into this height H plus delta IL, U equal to, and U equal to, this is sigma square into 2E multiplied by V, and this is PH multiplied by P into delta L. So same equations you can write 2E multiplied by AL, this is PH plus P into sigma multiplied by, because L divided by AE, since delta L equal to PL divided by AE. So that P divided by A is nothing but this is stress, and remaining term is the L by E. So that's why this is sigma square and this is sigma. Now take all terms in the left hand side. AL divided by 2E into sigma square plus PL divided by E into sigma. This is minus, this is also minus PH equal to 0. Suppose this equation is the first equation. Now equation 1 is divided by, and this is AL by 2E, AL by 2E. So this AL 2E, this will get cancelled. Sigma square minus PL divided by E, and this is 2E divided by AL multiplied by this sigma minus PH into 2E divided by AL, right? Anything is else? No. So this EE will get cancelled and this L will get cancelled. Sigma square equal to, now this is 2P divided by A, and this is 2PHE divided by AL. Right? Now by taking roots of quadratic equation, roots equal to, what is formula? Minus B plus B square minus 4AC divided by 2A. So here's B equal to 2P divided by A equal to 1 and C equal to 2PHE divided by AL, right? So that's why sigma equal to, you will get 2A, 2 into 1 minus B, 2PA, I think, right, plus B square, 2PA square minus so this minus here also this is minus, so that's why 4 into 1 into minus AL, right? So stress equal to, now this is 2PA plus minus, now this is 4P square A square minus plus 4 into 2PHE multiplied by A and L, and again multiplied by AA. Multiplied by AA and multiplied by and divided by PP. So that's why sigma equal to 2PA plus 4P squares A squares 4 into, now this is 2 P squares A squares into, so these terms now AHE divided by, so this is consider divided by PL. So that's why stress equal to 2PA. Now here we are taken commons, this is 2 and this is 4, this is P square A square, this is also taken commons. So that's why 2P divided by A in brackets 1 plus, this is 2AHE divided by PL. Now stress equal to, again we taken this is common 1 plus, by taking this is common 2P 1 plus 2AHE divided by PL. And this is divided by this 2 divided by this 2 and divided by this 2. So this 2 will get cancels. So So stress equal to P by A 1 plus under root 2 HAE 2H AE divided by PLs. So this is formula for impact loads. This formula is applicable for impact load. Now if we compare all loads, so this table is important for understanding purpose. Type of the load, so first is gradually applied load, second is suddenly applied load, and third is impact load. So this is first column. Or otherwise we will take this is in the rows, so first is gradually applied load, second is suddenly applied load, and third is impact load. So here's stress, strain energy, stress developed, stress developed, change in length, change in length, and third is the strain energy. So strain energy equal to notations U. So strain energy equal to stress divided by A and multiplied by V. So this is Newton square meter squares, Newton per meter squares E, and volume meter cube. So this is per. So that's why this will get cancelled, and you will get this is Newton meter. Strain energy Newton meters. This is in mm or meter. Stress developed Newton per mm squares. So strain energy equal to sigma squares divided by 2E multiplied by volumes. This is same for all type of the loads. Change in length, this is also same. delta L equal to PL divided by AE, or this is same. So this stress is only different. So stress equal to here, this is equal to stress equal to P by A. In this case, this is P by A. This is equal to, and this is also here's P by A. So means during the calculations about the strain energy for the gradually applied load, stress equal to, you have to consider P by A. Here's stress equal to 2P by A. So this is to be considered here's, or this is to be considered here's. And impact loads, stress equal to P by A 1 plus under root 1 plus 2H AE divided by PL. Right. So by using these tables, so remember, so this is you known values, and this is delta L equal to, this is formula is known, and this is strain energy equal to commons sigma square divided by 2E multiplied by volumes. So here's only you have to consider sigma stress equal to P by A and put that value in these equations. So you will get strain energy for the gradually applied load. Strain energy for suddenly applied loads means here's you have to consider this is P by A squares divided by 2E into V. In this case, and this is 2P divided by A squares divided by 2E multiplied by V. And in this case, and this is P by A 1 plus 1 under root 1 plus 2HAE divided by PL bracket square multiplied by 2E multiplied by volumes. So it means instead of the stress, you have to put this root values or this value stress equal to. So you can calculate the strain energy stored in the gradually applied loads, suddenly applied load, and impact load. So these are the three types of the loads. Now we will see some of the basic formulas related with the strain energy. Note, calculate the strain energy. So today's first problem, calculate the strain energy stored in a bar, 30 mm diameter, 30 mm diameter, and 3 meter long, and 3 meter long is subjected to a tensile load of 60 kilonewton applied gradually. Equal to 200 gigapascal. Calculate the strain energy. So first calculate stress equal to P by A. So this is 60 kilonewton, area equal to 30 squares. So this is pi by 4 into 30 squares. Stress equal to 84.88. So this is 84.88 Newton per mm squares. Now strain energy. Strain energy equal to, what is formula? Sigma squares divided by 2E multiplied by V. V equal to A into EL. So pi by 4, 30 squares, length equal to 3000. V equal to this is 2120 575, right? And strain energy equal to 84.88 square multiplied by 2120,575 divided by 2 into, this is 200 gigapascals, is multiplied by 1000, multiplied by 84.88 square divided by 2 divided by 200 divided by 1000. So this is 38.19, 38,194 Newton AMMs and divided by 1000. So this is get 38.194. So this is Newton meter. Strain energy equal to. So this is today's first problems. Suppose this is now second problem, because we require very less space. A tensile load of 60 kilonewton, a tensile load of 60 kilonewton is gradually applied to a circular bar, of 40 mm diameter and 5 meter long if the value of E is, if the value of E is 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per mm squares. Determine first bit, stress in the rod. Second bit, elongations of the rod. and third bit strain energy absorbed, strain energy absorbed by the rod. So this may be today's last problems. So first bit, stress equal to sigma equal to P by A. So P equal to 60 kilonewton divided by pi by 4, 40 squares, multiplied by 4 divided by pi divided by 40 squares, and this is 47.74 mega Pascal. First bit over. Second bit, elongations, delta L equal to PL divided by AE. So this is P by A is nothing but L divided by E. 47.74, length equal to and 5 meter long. So that's why multiplied by 5,000 divided by 2 into 10 to the power 5 multiplied by 5,000 divided by 2 divided by 10 to the power 5. This is equal to 1.193 mm. So I think this is great. Right. Third bit, strain energy equal to sigma squares multiplied by V. This is 47.74 bracket squares 2 into 10 to the power 5 V equal to pi by 4 40 squares multiplied by length equal to 5,000. So that's why 47.74 square multiplied by pi multiplied by 40 square multiplied by 5,000 divided by 2 divided by 2 divided by 10 to the power 5 and divided by 4. So this is equal to 35.80 Newton meters. So I think you understand strain energy problems. So that's why I will take next problems. So that is for gradually applied load and suddenly applied load. So that's why you can compare. So what is the result or what is the effect when the gradually applied load and when the suddenly applied loads for same data. A steel rod 40 mm diameters is 2.5 long. A steel rod 40 mm in diameter is 2.5 meter long. Find the maximum instantaneous stress. So find the maximum instantaneous stress means stress is for gradually applied load and stress is for suddenly applied. Find the maximum instantaneous stress induced when a
full of
80 kilonewton is
first
applied gradually and this is suddenly.
also find instantaneous elongations.
Also find instantaneous yes
Elongation. Take E equal to
giga
pascals
so that's why we'll divide this is into gradually and this is second part is for suddenly. So for gradually applied load, find the maximum instantaneous stress induced. Only stress. So stress means here's P by A. So P equal to 80 kilonewtons and this is pi by 4 area equal to 40 squares. .66 megapascal. Stress equal to second bit instantaneous delta L equal to PL divided by A. So this is nothing but this is gradually. So that's why we can put 63.66 multiplied by 2.5 means this is 2.00 E equal to
multiplied by 2500 divided by this is equal to 0.795 mm delta L equal to. This is for suddenly applied load. This is 2 point because for suddenly applied load this is 2 PA. That's why 2 into 80,000 and divided by pi by 4 into 40 squares. So this is multiplied by 2 127.32 megapascals and delta L equal to PL divided by AE. So that's why this is also increased 2 times
and this is equal to 1.59 mm. Means you can compare. So here's the instantaneous stress and elongation elongations of suddenly applied load is 2 times greater than gradually applied load. So this is comment you can write 2 times greater than gradually applied load. So such type of the comment you can write during the examinations. If you write such type of the comments, you will get full marks and your positive impressions will be comes on the paper evaluators. So due to the limitations of our times, today I will stop here, and remaining problems related with the strain energy that we'll see in the next class. So within 1 or 2 class we can complete these chapters and we can start third unit, that is the strain energy. So that's why today I stop here. Thank you.